I'm gonna show you today my best homemade whipped cream recipe. It's 3 ingredients. It actually uses a natural sweetener and it is delicious, so easy to pull together. You're going to feel like the hostess with the mostest, as my grandma would say. Hi, I'm Cassie from Fed and Fit, and my job is to show you how to make life in the kitchen easier and even more delicious. You are no longer going to need to buy whipped cream when you're ready to make it because you're gonna know how easy it is to make it from home. Okay, 1 pint of heavy cream is what we need, which is actually fun math fact for you. It's 2 cups. So if you have a larger container of heavy cream at home, just measure out 2 cups or use an entire pint. I'm gonna pour that right in to the belly of our stand mixer. And if you prefer to use a bowl with a hand mixer or even a whisk, you go, woo! You go, Glen Coco. If you wanna use a hand mix or a regular old-fashioned whisk, you could definitely still pull this together. That's just a little more work than I like to do. So the heavy cream is in here. We're also going to sweeten this with honey. This is my favorite sweetener for whipped cream. I honestly started sweetening my whipped cream with honey back in the day when I was doing a refined sugar-free diet. Now, of course, I have sugar in lots of recipes, and they're treats and indulgences, but this is still my favorite way to sweeten it. I find that it gives whipped cream a not too sweet flavor. 2 teaspoons, you can tell I just eyeball it. 2 teaspoons of honey right in. And then last but not least, we have some vanilla extract. Just a teaspoon of vanilla extract, or if you prefer a more exact measurement, something that's a little more normalized, you could always use, that's how my mom used to do it. Pour vanilla extract into the lid of it and then pour it right in. Alrighty, so this stand mixer, the way that it works is I will then pull up its lever, lock it into place, and I'm gonna start off on low speed. A 2 is where it's at, just to make sure everything's functioning properly. This is what I like to do. And now once I know that everything's aligned, I'm gonna turn it up to medium high. Okay, I think we're there. So before I lower this bowl and pull everything out, I'm just gonna test it. And you can see here, my whipped cream came out. It's nicely formed. If you want to see the kind of peak that it has, you can dip your spoon in and look for this little, that's the peak that we're talking about, this little very tip. And you can see that it's a little soft. It kind of tilts and wilts over a little bit. That's exactly what I want for whipped cream. That's perfect. And if it were really stiff and stuck up straight up, this is almost a little bit stiff, then that's also okay. It's just gonna be a slightly more firm whipped cream. Nothing wrong with it. If you go much further though, you'll have butter, sweetened butter with vanilla. So don't over whip it. So this is it. Our whipped cream is essentially done. Now all we're going to do is I'm gonna scrape this out, put it in a bowl, store it for later. And if your whipped cream separates, sometimes when you're using natural ingredients like this and they don't have store-bought stabilizers, you'll notice that a little liquid pools in the refrigerator. That's not a big deal. Definitely just, you can either pour it off, that liquid off, and use it as is, or you can always really quickly re-whisk it together, re-whip it together, and have delicious whipped cream. Another note is to play with the sweetness. If when you taste this and it doesn't taste sweet enough to you, add some more honey, right? So I like to start off with a little amount and then up it as I go. But enjoy! If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my recipe demonstrations, whether they're fall baking inspired or really healthy comfort food. I'm here for you.